I'm just in these woods near where I live. It's a little country park. I take the dogs for a walk. There's lots of wide open space here, lots of places in the trees where they don't meet anybody, and I really like that, not meeting anybody. And yeah, I just wanted to show you something I always think is really fascinating in wooded areas like this, and in urban areas as well. I'll just turn the camera around so you can see. I don't know if it'll make any sense to you at all. But what I like doing when I'm doing this kind of stuff is you look through the woods like that, and I'm sure you can see this, but you know, things kind of line up, you know what I mean? The edge of a leaf lines up with a particular spot on the bark of a tree that's behind it, or a particular angle of a branch lines up with the fork in the branches of another bush that's a bit further behind it, that kind of thing. Or you know, a leaf that's blowing slightly in the breeze will be describing an arc of movement that lines up with, I don't know, maybe something near it in some way. And those alignments, you know, there must be bazillions of those alignments. You know, I'm looking in the same direction the camera's pointed right now. So I'm looking at that set of birch trees or whatever they are in front of us, and there's some oak trees as well near me. And you know, just millions of alignment, you know, because every leaf that I can see is in a particular configuration with all the other leaves that are behind it and in front of it, and sometimes overlapping and sometimes next to it and sometimes completely obscuring or being obscured by those leaves and by those trunks and by those twigs and by those branches and by the intersections between all those things. So just the amount of information that's in those alignments is massive. And I kind of imagine sometimes that, you know, you know, if each one of those twigs had like a word on it, or maybe a little piece of data on it. And so the alignment that we're in right now, gives kind of form to that data. The data is in a line. Or maybe there's a word written on it. You know, this is a kind of sentence being spoken because of this particular alignment that I'm in. That goes right the way through all those, well, millions of sentences, because each alignment has its own list of data or list of words, list of data points. But of course, if I just move slightly, if I just move this camera just slightly, we can do that. I think all the alignments have changed. I've just moved it about a foot to the left, changed the angle a little bit. And the scene is exactly the same. All the data points are still there, but they're all in completely different alignments now. You know, every single word in those sentences is now next to completely different words, and like all these different stories are now being told, millions of them, because all the leaves and all the twigs and all the branches and the intersections are all in different, and all the, as I say, the data points are now lined up in different ways, so different kinds of information is being codified and interpreted and sorted and analysed differently. And look, there's another one, look. Oh, and there's another one. And there's one with me in it. Yeah. That probably doesn't make any sense, but that's something I think about sometimes. I'll just point it up because it's quite pretty looking up right now. Look at that. I might grab that actually and use it as my background for a bit. That'd be nice.